Good day, good day. Good Saturday afternoon. Ceasefire now. I always think I'm going to be late, but it's Palestinian time. So it works perfectly for me.
I saw you at the Super Safeway. There was like something going on like earlier this week at the Safeway. What was that? Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. Yeah. See the organization cats saw you, I was like, oh, it's gotta be something cool. Cool, well, thanks for that. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, but we need to live, so we do. I love this music for you. So Abdullah is asking me about, he saw me at Cats.cops, or at the Safeway though, when Cats.cops received their donations for Channel 7 News. And for 147, good to see you. Let's go. Am I getting famous? I know people. Well, I need subs. I've had like 499 for 2 years, but people recognize me on the street that I don't know. They'll say hi, Carol, and I don't know, but it makes me feel bad. Oh wow. Is that better? My lips is dirty.
وغني عجابة وميجانة وسامر فيها.
Is that any better? Is that any better? So, across the street or parked at the Rotary campus, the police presence is huge, and they have blocked off every parking garage and all the parking around here. The parking for the Buell Theater is blocked off. They're in the garages with their cars, blocking out parking for everybody. Because why? Because we're here. Who are they protecting? And from who? It's sick. Those Israeli trained cops in Denver here. What are they doing?
She sold out for 56? What the heck?
Hickenlooper.
Like the McDonald's Parker's Gallery.
These are our APAC owned politicians. $61 today and snow tomorrow.
Taking its toll on us all. We gonna dissolve. It's Mexico, Bethlehem war. If you hear us, hear the call.
Exhausted. Last night I couldn't sleep, but when I did, I could hear bombs in my nightmare situation. How could they be so evil, making martyrs out of children and innocent people? We expect the bombs, not knowing where next. Huddle in the corner of my room, trying to protect my little brother as the building shakes like it's possessed. But nothing stronger than the will of the oppressed. I fall back with my lyrics and rhymes, living the times trying to break the Palestinian minds. Plots hiding in the clouds, hanging over my head. My dad risks his life outside to buy bread. The fourth war in my 12th year. At this stage, I'm numb, though I haven't feel scared. There's nothing I can do in this case to stay safe. I'm brave, even though this house could be in my grave. I want freedom for the population. 2 million prisoners living in this location, shouting at the wall, but nothing is ever changing. That's life under an occupation. I want freedom for the population. 2 million prisoners living in this location, shouting at the wall, but nothing is ever changing. That's life under an occupation. There's born fight. Lie on the streets, buildings turn to ash, but my much for me to heal. Won't lose the she lost her home, so she lost her life, but she is still alive, but traumatized by the bombs that flew in and dropped that night. My sister couldn't sleep, tried to stop her cries. I said it was fireworks, I was telling her lies. Where's the compassion? This is heartless. It's like they want us all living in darkness, cutting off water and electricity for hours. They're knocking towers, but that's not knocking the power that I have in my pen. When I'm writing, I'm unstoppable. The microphone is the only escape possible, cause that's the way that I can speak my mind. I wonder how does the fighter pilot sleep at night, knowing he can turn the city upside down all of a sudden, slaughtering families with the push of a button. I want freedom for the population. 2 million prisoners living in this location, shouting at the wall, but nothing is ever changing. That's life under an occupation. I want freedom for the population. 2 million prisoners living in this location, shouting
My
at the wall,
screensaver is all
nothing is
crap
ever changing.
on the site.
That's life under an
And I think that's
occupation.
part of the problem.
في صوت رصاص زغرت في الشيخ جراح فندق كتير نفتح شاسور كتسول غرد بنحاج او بزمزة يتكروا لا قربنا في غرفة كتور وخطفنا موتور. في صوت رصاص زغرت في الشيخ جراح فندق كتير تفتح شاسور كتسول غرد بنحاج او بزمزة يتكروا لا قربنا في غرفة كتور وخطفنا موتور. اصحاب امي بشوي الوقت دوبهم في الشام في موتور يسم تلاش سيستم على الخط ختيور ماشيين واحنا صبور نلاش بحد والخير الوعد بس بزرب ركبتي فابات انا اصلي ولكن اجيت بركن بالزين وفعت انا ابن اللوت صوت جمعت شباب الوقت انا ارتعشت خسرت ما زلت عاد مش راح احمد لو كل هالدنيا بتتجلى تلمين السن زي فورمولا وانا نعبي حساب مصاري كنت انا هون البص فلوس كل يوم بدعس ما ببص بالخوص زي اصحابي زلموا القلب يدوم كلكم عيال انا هون الجد غنبكم بخفيك انا شمس انا لما عصر صير زي مش بلاش من شخص بس فوق العرس انا زي الاسد استحمل ضغط. في صوت زغرت في الشيخ جراح فندق كتير نفتح شاسور كتسول غرد بتجمع بزمزة يتكروا لا قلبنا في غرفة كتور وخطفنا موتور. في صوت رصاص زغرت في الشيخ جراح فندق كتير تفتح شاسور كتسول غرد بتحجموا بزمزة يتكروا لا قلبنا في غرفة كتور وخطفنا موتور. في الشجر نضرب بالقلب ونروح روح بكرة بيرجع شفت اتخسفت ندمت تعلمت في نيتي تفليلة في يوم السبت في عنا شباب تنيك الأرض أنا معدني أصل بدخل جيب اسمع للطص اسمع للطص وك احنا رجال جدعان بالزيف من خيل حكامل الموت ما بخاف احنا اللي سباع الشيك داري بنقلب غزلة من يدي مع ميز بديش اسلم تعمل احداث رح الف بوسطات اصور مصفر زمور انظر خطط خطط كده يمكن نص بتزيد تخش تعلق بالراس. في صوت رصاص زغرت في الشيخ جراح فندق كتير نفتح شاسور كتسول غرد بتحجموا بزمزة يتكروا لا قلبنا في غرفة كتور وخطفنا موتور. في صوت رصاص
I sure hope he goes into politics. I sure hope he goes into politics. I would support him. Samson and Delilah.
Here. Two in the air for the father that's there. Three in the air for the kids in the ghetto. Four for the kids that don't wanna be there. None for the niggas trying to hold them back. Five in the air for the teachers not scared to tell those kids that's living in the ghetto that the niggas holding back that the world is theirs. Yeah, yeah, the world is yours. I was once that little boy, terrified of the world. Now I'm on a world tour. I will give up everything, even start a world war for these ghetto girls and boys. I'm rapping around the world for Africa to New York, Haiti and I detour, Oakland out to Oakland, Gaza Strip to Detroit. Say hip hop only destroy. Tell them look at me, boy. I hope your soul have a gun and never be a D-boy. What you been through, no matter what you into, no matter what you see. When you look outside your window, brown grass or green grass, picket fence or barbed wire, never ever put them down. You just lift your arms higher, raise them till your arms tired. Let them know you there, that you struggle and surviving, that you gon' persevere. Yeah, ain't nobody leaving, nobody going home. Even if they turn the lights out, the show is going on.
Oh yeah, she was. Lady J was there too. We had a barbecue. We had to drive all the way to Monument to find a park with a grill. We were in Castle Rock, but yeah, they continued on down south for a little while, and gonna give Jamie some, hopefully a bunch of my furniture and my stuff, so I can get it out of storage and he can deal with it.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
And end the occupation!
End the occupation!
And end the occupation!
End the occupation!
Yo, bring it on in here, guys. Come on. We've been out here for 6 months. We're friends. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
From the river to the sea,
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the sea to the river,
From the sea to the river,
Palestine will live forever.
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 Let me hear y'all out there. How we feeling? It has been 168 days of Joe Biden's assault on the people of Gaza. 168 days of the Democratic Party butchering babies. 168 days of so-called progressives lusting for Palestinian blood. This may seem like a hyperbole, and yes, Israel is holding the gun, but the United States, the Democratic Party, and Joe Biden are loading it, aiming it, and telling them to keep shooting. And that's why we're here today, protesting DemFest, where liberals are patting themselves on the back, talking about how great their party is and doing everything they can to extract your hard-earned money to keep this imperialist machine going. For years now, Democrats have peddled the same sorry-ass statements that they're the lesser of two evils. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I can't think of anything more evil than funding the systemic, unhinged slaughter of nearly 40,000 civilians. It is not an exaggeration to say that the United States government could have ended this bloodshed months ago. Joe Biden has the power to end this with one singular phone call. There is historical evidence for this. In 1982, when Israel started to bomb southern Lebanon in an unhinged manner, similarly to how they are doing now in Gaza, Ronald Reagan, within days, picked up the phone, called the Israeli prime minister, and told him to stop. And in 20 minutes after that phone call, the bombing stopped. Joe Biden can end the bombing in 20 minutes if he wanted to, yet he chooses to allow the murder of innocent civilians to continue unchecked and unfettered. Shame! 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 So that's why we're out here today. We refuse to accept the fake duality that they present to us. The two-party system is a farce. We all know it. Many other people are starting to wake up to this. And if the Democratic Party does not wake up to it too, they got another surprise coming to them in November, don't they? Well, I'm really happy to be out here with you guys today. It's been 6 months, and we're going to keep it going for 6 more months if we have to, don't we? Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
And end the occupation!
And end the occupation!
And end the occupation!
And end the occupation!
We got a nice program for you guys here today. Our first speaker is Sada Shawi from the Palestinian community. Give it up for Sada.
everyone. My name is Sara Shawish. I wanted to start off with a quote. Palestinian mothers have to go through all the hardship that every parent goes through, except with the added pain of living under brutal occupation. The amount of respect due to them is unmeasurable. I want to mention March 21st, the spring equinox is when Middle Eastern Mother's Day is celebrated. Poppy flowers are known to be the flower of martyrs. It is said the land honors the blood of Palestinian martyrs by turning their blood into a red poppy seed. In Palestinian martyr culture, this helps Palestinian mothers deal with the trauma of losing a child, which a lot of mothers in Gaza right now are constantly losing their children, holding their children in their arm, and I just wanted to take a moment to dedicate this to them since it was Middle Eastern Mother's Day the other day. This brings me to another important date, another anniversary that we have just surpassed. March 20th, 2003, 21 years ago, we watched the United States invade Iraq in order to find these weapons of mass destruction and end the war on terror. They left Iraq with no weapons of mass destruction and 1 million Iraqi civilians dead. We still watch as Fallujah, Iraq is paying the price for these weapons that were tested on innocent Iraqi civilians. In Fallujah, Iraq, babies are being born with birth defects due to the toxicity of the weapons that were used on the Iraqi people. In Fallujah, Iraq, and other parts of southern Iraq, the babies often do not survive these birth defects, and if they do survive, they live in pain and grave disability. Since October 2009, every 144 in 1,000 babies are born with these defects. All the American invasion of Iraq has caused destruction to the country, the environment, and the education system. And guess what? There was no weapons of mass destruction. And then we just figured out the real terrorists are the United States government, who killed over 1 million Iraqis, and Iraqis are still suffering. Now we're watching the silent invasion of Rafah through the palm of our own hands on our phones. Over 40,000 Palestinians are dead since the invasion and the ongoing bombardment of the Gaza Strip. This is not including people who, this is not only including the people who were murdered by the bombardments, but people that are dying of disease, dehydration, malnourishment, and lack of medical treatment. These deaths in Gaza will continue even if the bombing stopped right now. More people will die from malnourishment, dehydration, disease, lack of medical supplies, and even start dying from mental health issues. We do not know these new weapons that have been tested on the Gazan people. So we do not know the aftermath, just like in Fallujah, Iraq, of what is going to happen to the environment in Gaza and what is going to happen to the babies that are going to continuously be born, because we know what these weapons are that the U.S. has tested, not only on Iraq, but Afghanistan, the Philippines, Vietnam, Korea, the list could go on. We're watching the occupation forces also besiege Al-Shifa Hospital once again after Al-Shifa decided to start reopening and taking patients again. As of now, Al-Shifa Hospital has been besieged by the occupation force, executing doctors and nurses. Leaving these patients who are in critical care to just die. More than 170 Palestinians have been killed and 800 have been abducted by the forces. We have seen over and over in history again how the media in the West will tell people that the enemies are Palestinian civilians. You think after the U.S. war machine murdered so many in Iraq, Vietnam, Syria, Libya, you think people would comprehend that the people in the East are not the real enemies and it is our own government? I want everyone to comprehend how history is constantly repeating itself. The U.S. is the last country who will always end these conflicts, it's not a conflict, these aggressions. Right now, the Democrats, they're asking for a quote-unquote ceasefire, but if you read through the line fines, it doesn't sound like a ceasefire. It's a 6-week truce, which does include Israel can continue their invasion of Rafah. Which now the U.S. is playing the victim and try to make it look like, oh, now everyone's against a ceasefire. But if you read the fine lines in the United Nations ceasefire resolution that the U.S. brought, it does not benefit people of Gaza in any way. We know this is about money and power. They're trying to gaslight us into thinking Russia and China are controlling the U.S. elections when it's really Israel.
That's right.
The people of Gaza are asking for a permanent ceasefire. The people of the world are asking for a permanent ceasefire. We normalized the siege of Gaza for 17 years. That is also part of the problem. Every aggression, they give us a ceasefire and, oh, we go back to being silent. Yeah, that's what happened. But the siege of Gaza has to end because they continuously do this. They bomb Gaza. People ask for a ceasefire after months of murdering people, and they give us a ceasefire, but Gaza's still under a siege. Yeah. Gaza deserves to live like the rest of the world.
Yes.
The occupation also has to come an end. Palestinians will rightfully return to their land, their grandparents' land. Palestinians deserve to live in dignity in the land. Free Palestine and end the occupation.
Keep it going for Sada, everybody. And it's not just the weapons that they test there. They also test the brutal policing tactics that are exacted on the people of the West Bank and the people of Gaza. That these police right here travel to Israel to learn. Then they come back here and use those brutish tactics to suppress us as we try to make our voices heard. We're going to keep this going, guys. Next up, we have Gerald with the Students for a Democratic Society.
Democratic Society. I'm very proud to be a part of a student group that continues a legacy of fighting against the U.S. war-hungry empire like it has since the 1960s. Back in 1968, SDS was part of a coalition to march on the DNC and demand an end to the Vietnam War. The activists involved face extreme police brutality and state repression, and some of the biggest, those representing the org face jail time for protesting and asking for an end to war. Clearly, the Democrats don't know the community that they are dealing with here today. They pretend to be the most progressive option of U.S. leadership, promising the bare minimum of human rights to only the most privileged groups of people. But all of us here see right through the facade. We know that there is nothing progressive about material support for the genocide of the Palestinian people, their homes, and their livelihoods. We know that they have no right to be meddling overseas with a fascist, genocidal apartheid state and claim to be the poster child for democracy when they can't even care for their people here, and they make an average life expectancy impossible for the people of Palestine. Shame! Here in SDS, we stand unconditionally with the Palestinian resistance, and we oppose any and all U.S. aid to Israel. And we demand that our universities and our politicians completely divest from any corporations supporting this genocide. It shouldn't be too much to ask. We recognize these Democrat politicians for what they really are. Another tool for the U.S. war machine to continue its heinous war crimes against Palestine while empty promising progress here and trying to win over the people. But we will not let them. That is why National SDS is part of a coalition that plans on marching on the DNC in Chicago this August to demand an end to U.S. aid to Israel. We are also going to march on the RNC in Milwaukee in July so that every American politicians know where the American people stand and that we will make their support for Israel unsustainable and impossible. We invite any of you organizations and individuals to come join us in these marches. So come talk to me in Students for a Democratic Society. I know some of the other orgs involved, Denver Anti-War Action, Freedom Road Socialist Organization, and many others here already plan on joining in these marches to demand our politicians know where we stand. We do not stand with genocide. We stand with complete and 100% Palestinian liberation. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! Palestine will live forever! Gaza, Gaza, you will rise! Gaza, Gaza, you will rise! Palestine will never die! 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 You need to hear us! Palestine will never die! Palestine will never die! Thank you.
Keep it going for General with SDS. And I just want to point something out to you guys. You may have seen some people coming out from in there.
Yeah.
Well, we had a little bit of a surprise for the Colorado Democratic Party.
They chased him out.
And we had some folks in there give them a piece of our nines. So shout out to those organizers who put themselves on the line today. We will continue organizing. We will continue disrupting until there is a liberated Palestine, whether they like it or not. Now we're going to keep this program rolling. Next up, we have Mark Belkan, a longtime union organizer and a longtime organizer for social and economic justice. Give it up for Mark, everybody.
Thank you. I've been a union organizer here in Colorado and around the country for the last 40 years. And we have fought for a multiracial, multi-ethnic, cross-generational labor movement for many years. And this is what I see here today when I look out to this crowd. A major pillar of American democracy is a strong labor movement. And as a longtime labor activist and as a proud Jewish American, we're working to build a multiracial, multi-ethnic labor movement and peace movement is why we're here today. The major pillar of American, the major pillar of American democracy and fighting corporate greed has always been a strong labor movement. But the continued slaughter of women and children and the elderly is not only risking the election of President Biden, but is risking American democracy itself with a fascist knocking at the door in the name of Donald Trump. Look, hundreds of thousands of voters voted undecided, right? Young people are outraged. People of color are outraged. Hundreds of thousands of Jewish Americans are marching around the country with you all today and over the last year. 65% of Americans support a ceasefire. So let me ask you, is the continued slaughter of Palestinians, a pending famine so crucial to American interests that it's worth risking our democracy? No! Democrats, is the extreme, and I'm talking to the Democrats, and probably some of you are registered Democrats, is the extreme right-wing, pro-Trump Netanyahu government in Israel worth risking the election to Donald Trump? No! It's the time to go beyond virtuous and righteous statements while continuing to supply bombs, missiles, and bullets. The time for action is now. This war, this, yes, genocide, and the approaching or pending or current famine is happening before our eyes. This is bad for Israel because Israel is becoming a pariah state.
That's right.
For the Jewish people who have endured and suffered so much in our history, who justifiably felt during the Holocaust that the world's eyes turned away. To my Jewish people, we are witnessing before our eyes a famine, a genocide. No matter how hard it is for you to break with your tribe, to break with your families, it's now time to say enough. It's time to practice the best of our Jewish values and to speak out publicly. And now to our trade unionists. The war in Gaza is at direct odds with the American working class. We will pay the lion's share for bombs, missiles, and bullets. U.S. workers will pay $14 billion in so-called emergency aid to Israel when it's a superpower. When Israel is a superpower in the Middle East, wouldn't that money be better spent to build 100,000 affordable houses?
That's right.
Power 2 million homes with solar energy. And have the United Auto Workers, have the auto workers build 40,000 electrical buses and fight the corporate polluters around the country. But we can't begin to move to a peacetime economy if there is an existential threat to our democracy. The road to justice cannot be paved with bombs and war. And the only way for Israel to have safety and security is for Palestinians to have their freedom and to be treated with dignity. The labor movement has joined the groundswell of support for an immediate ceasefire. Unions representing millions of Americans have supported strong ceasefire resolutions, including the United Auto Workers, the National Education Association, the American Federation of Teachers, the American Postal Workers, the Coalition of Labor Union Women, Third Act Union, and the National Nurses United. This is unprecedented to have so much labor support for a peace movement. We're going back to '68. It took us a hell of a lot longer, so you all are doing an amazing job. Finally, it's now time for the Democratic Party, for their voice to be heard. Because I know there are good people that are sitting in there. And it's time for them to take a stand for our democratic values, for the survival of democracy, for peace, and for basically to feed children and to stop shedding their blood. The time to call for a ceasefire is now. To end the siege of Gaza, we have very little time. Very little time. Now is the time. Solidarity forever. Thank you.
Let's keep it going for Mark. I just want to let everyone know that we are going to hold Dhuhr prayer right back there at 1:30. So any folks who want to pray, we're going to have prayer right there. Let's keep it for Mark one more time. All right, y'all, we're going to keep this rolling. Next up, we have Rika with the Denver Anti-War Action, and they're going to tell you about a really cool project they're working on. Let's give it up for Rika.
I'm Rika with Denver Anti-War Action. Israel's reign of terror on Palestine began 76 years ago. 53 years ago, Lockheed Martin began supplying Israel with weapons. Here at Denver Anti-War Action, we have begun our campaign against Lockheed Martin. Supporting Israel is a bragging point for Lockheed, as their loyalty to the IOF is displayed on their website. While maintaining constant 24/7 contact with Lockheed, Israel boasts its utility as a battle-tested laboratory for the U.S. Armed Forces, and is among the first to purchase Lockheed Martin's newest deadly technologies. Of course, battle-tested here translates to used for the continued slaughter of Palestinians. Last year, Lockheed Martin made $67.5 billion in revenue, taken from the blood of the violence they perpetuate around the world. They pump millions of dollars into lobbying. The Democratic Party receives a hefty sum of that. In 2023, Lockheed's PAC funded the Democratic National Committee, the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, and the Democratic Governors Association, just to name a few. Here in Colorado specifically, Lockheed's PAC donated to the campaigns of Brittany Peterson, Diana DeGette, Doug Lamborn, and Joe Negussi. These Democrats are profiting from murder, which, yes, includes the gruesome murders of Palestinians by the supply of U.S. weapon manufacturers. The Pentagon is funneling money into Lockheed. 2.3 billion federal defense dollars were acquired from military contracts in our state alone in 2021. Lockheed Martin has 14 offices here in Colorado. Our tax dollars are being used to fuel this nightmarish cycle. We say enough. We demand an end to genocide. We demand Lockheed Martin cease all material support to Israel. And we demand that Colorado divests from Lockheed Martin. Together, we can put an end to Lockheed's reign of terror. Together, we can take funding from the war machine and direct it to the needs of the people. No need for Lockheed. The politicians funded by blood money have blood on their hands. We're here to let them know that Coloradans don't support genocide. Join us this Wednesday, the 27th, for an all-day picket at the Lockheed Martin headquarters in Littleton. We're Denver Anti-War Action. We have a table right over there. If you want more information, we have a teach-in the night before on Tuesday about the history of Lockheed and Israel. So come by to learn about that and how you can help us put a stop to it. And of course, long live Palestine!
Keep it going for Waco and Dow, everybody! These capitalist systems are all intertwined, and the bottom line is they do not care about human life. Dollar over people, and we will stand against that until our dying breath. Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crime. Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crimes. Not a penny, not a dollar. We won't pay for Zionist slaughter. Not a penny, not a dollar. We won't pay for Zionist slaughter. Let me know you out there, how we feeling? We're gonna keep this going. Next up, we have Hannah with the Colorado Palestine Coalition, and she's gonna tell you about the uncommitted campaign here in Colorado.
Hey-o! Let's make some noise so they hear us inside! My name's Hannah. I'm a member of Co-Palestine Co, helping organize for Palestinian liberation.
That's right.
I also helped on the Colorado non-committed campaign. How many of y'all voted non-committed? Over 51,000 Coloradans voted non-committed to take a stance against genocide. And we told Colorado voters that we do not support the lesser of two evils during a genocide of our own people. I think that for too long, Democrats have assumed that they'll win the Arab American vote by lumping our experiences into the experiences of all minorities. Shame. They've ignored our needs. They've allowed Islamophobia and anti-Arab racism to quite literally kill us and our children in Palestine and here in the United States. Wadi'an Fayumi, he was a 6-year-old that was murdered by a white supremacist in his own home in Chicago. His mother, Hanan Shaheen, was also critically injured trying to protect her child. Palestinians right now are not safe anywhere.
What we're fighting for today transcends voting for the lesser of two evils. It transcends party politics. Today we're fighting for liberation, and I know for a fact that liberation is not going to come from voting for Joe Biden. No matter how much they shame you, no matter how much they threaten you with Trump, no matter how much they try to scare you, do not ever let them force you to sacrifice your humanity for a vote. Our campaign to vote non-committed goes beyond Genocide Joe. It's a statement on our worth, and it speaks to our needs. We are fighting for survival, for liberation, for freedom that we can all achieve here together. And we don't need them. We don't need them inside. What we need is each other. Thank you for everyone that showed up and voted for your values. Don't let them silence you, because if they're trying to silence us, then they're actually afraid of our power, our strength, and our love for one another. Don't underestimate our power. They want you to believe that your power is minuscule, but I promise you that all of our collective power can collectively liberate us from violence, propaganda, shame, and abuse. That's the shit that they can't buy inside that they're fighting for right now. That's what they're fundraising for. Let's keep fighting until we're all truly free Palestine.
Keep it going for Hannah with the Colorado Palestine Coalition. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! I need y'all to bring that energy way up. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Joseph Biden, you can't hide! Joseph Biden, you can't hide! We charge you with genocide! We charge you with genocide! Kamala Harris, you can't hide! Kamala Harris, you can't hide! We charge you with genocide! We charge you with genocide! Joseph Biden, we see you! Joseph Biden, we see you! There is blood on your hands too! There is blood on your hands too! Joseph Biden, we see you! Joseph Biden, we see you! There is blood on your hands too! There is blood on your hands too! Kamala Harris, we see you! Kamala Harris, we see you! There is blood on your hands too! There is blood on your hands too! Kamala Harris, we see you! Kamala Harris, we see you! There is blood on your hands too! There is blood on your hands too! Gaza, you will rise! Gaza, you will rise! Denver is by your side! Denver is by your side! Gaza, you will rise! Gaza, you will rise! Denver is by your side! Denver is by your side! Not another nickel, not another dime! Not another nickel, not another dime! No more money for Israel's crimes! No more money for Israel's crimes! Not another nickel, not another dime! Not another nickel, not another dime! No more money for Israel's crimes! No more money for Israel's crimes! And what do you all say we get a little bit closer and they can hear us? Alright, y'all, listen to your marshals. Stay tight. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
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 is blood on your heads too.
Kamala Harris, we see you.
Kamala Harris, we see you.
There is blood on your heads too.
There is blood on your heads too.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
We won't pay for Israel's slaughter.
We will pay for Israel's slaughter.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
We won't pay for Zionist slaughter.
We will pay for Zionist slaughter.
Red, black, green, white.
Red, black, green,
For
white.
Palestine, we will
For
fight.
Palestine, we will fight.
Red, black, green, white.
Red, black, green, white.
For Palestine, we will fight.
Palestine, we will fight.
Constance rising in the ball.
Nations rising to the call.
Tear down the apartheid wall.
Tear down the apartheid wall.
Constance rising in the ball.
Nations rising in the call.
Tear down the apartheid wall.
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 Netanyahu, you can hide.
Netanyahu, you can hide.
We charge you with genocide.
We charge you with genocide.
Joseph Biden, you can hide.
Joseph Biden, you can hide.
We charge you with genocide.
We charge you with genocide.
Netanyahu, you can hide.
Netanyahu, you can hide.
We charge you with genocide.
We charge you with genocide.
Joseph Biden, you can hide.
Joseph Biden, you can hide.
We charge you with genocide.
We charge you with genocide.
Money for health and education. Not for war and domination. Money for health and education. Not for bombs and occupation. Not for bombs and occupation. Not for bombs and occupation.
Not for bombs and occupation.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the sea to the river.
From the sea to the river.
Palestine will live forever.
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 Freedom will be here when folks catch up to us. It is a beautiful, beautiful day for liberation.
That's right.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the sea to the river.
From the sea to the river.
Palestine will live forever.
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 Joseph Biden, you can hide.
Joseph Biden, you can hide.
We charge you with genocide.
We charge you with genocide.
Joseph Biden, you can hide.
Joseph Biden, you can hide.
We charge you with genocide.
We charge you with genocide.
Pick and Luba, you can hide.
Pick and Looper, you can hide.
We charge you with genocide.
We charge you with genocide.
Michael Bennett, you get high.
Michael Bennett, you get high.
We charge you with genocide.
We charge you with genocide.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Say it loud, say it clear.
We do not want Zionists here.
We do not want Zionists here.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Say it loud, say it clear.
We do not want Zionists here.
We do not want Zionists here.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
No more money for Israel's crime.
No more money for Israel's crimes.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
We won't pay for Zionist slaughter.
We won't pay for Zionist slaughter.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
We won't pay for Israel's crime.
We won't pay for Israel's crimes.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
We won't pay for Zionist slaughter.
We won't pay for Zionist slaughter.
Money for homes and education.
Money for homes and education.
Not for bombs and occupation.
Not for bombs and occupation.
Money for homes and education.
Money for homes and education.
Not for bombs and occupation.
Not for bombs and occupation.
Money for homes and education.
Money for homes and education.
Not for bombs and occupation.
Not for bombs and occupation.
Money for homes and education.
Money for homes and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
And the occupation.
The occupation.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
TPD, KKK.
TPD, KKK.
All the same.
You're all the same.
Yo, we're gonna stage right here.
I love it. Love it.
Look at the lengths that they go through to ignore us, not to listen to us. We are voters, we are Americans. We have our right to have our voices be heard. Now let's move it up here a little bit. Let's move it up here. PPD, KKK.
PPD, KKK.
I they're all the same.
They're all the same.
TPD, KKK.
PPD, KKK.
They're all the same.
IOF, they're all the same.
These people, these police officers in front of us, they will travel to an ethnically cleansed apartheid state to better learn how to subjugate people, to better learn how to brutalize people. They learn these tactics from the apartheid state, and then they come back here and they use it on us. Shame! 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 Shame!
Sing.
Do we have all of our needs satisfied? Do we all have homes? Are we all well fed? Is our education paid for? Is our infrastructure working? No! None of it is. But these guys are all decked out in the latest murder gear. It is sickening. Absolutely sickening. Free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
And end the occupation!
And end the occupation.
Free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
And end the occupation! hear us in there. They can try to shut us out all they want and deploy their little militias to stifle us, but we will be heard! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! Ceasefire now! 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 Ceasefire!
Are you actually trying to get
Ceasefire now! 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 Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! Gaza's rising, hear the call! Gaza's rising, hear the call! Tear down the apartheid wall! Tear down the apartheid wall! Gaza's rising, hear the call! Gaza's rising, hear the call! Tear down the apartheid wall! 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 Gaza, Gaza, you will rise!
Gaza, Gaza, you will rise!
Denver is by your side!
Denver is by your side!
Gaza, Gaza, you will rise!
Gaza, Gaza, you will rise!
Denver is by your side!
Denver is by your side!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
No more money for Israel's crime!
No more money for Israel's crime!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
No more money for Israel's crime!
No more money for Israel's crime!
Now the head of the Colorado Democratic Party is trying to do a podcast in there, right? Can you believe that shit? He's trying to do a podcast in there. He's got 5 more minutes, and we're going to be as loud as possible for those last 5 minutes. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
Palestine will live
I
forever!
said Palestine will live forever!
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 Money for homes and education!
Money for homes and education!
Not for war and occupation!
Not for war and occupation!
Money for homes and education!
Money for homes and education!
Not for war and occupation!
Not for war and occupation!
What a simple demand that is! What an extremely simple and reasonable demand that is. And yet, we are the extremists. We're radical for not wanting to blow people up with our tax dollars. Money for homes and education. Money for homes and education. Not for war and occupation. Not for war and occupation. Money for homes and education. Money for homes and education. Not for war and occupation. Not for war and occupation. Red, black, green, white. Red, black, green, white. For Palestine we will fight. For Palestine we will fight. Red, black, green, white. Red, black, green, white. For Palestine we will fight. For Palestine we will fight. Joseph Biden, you can't hide. Joseph Biden, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide. We charge you with genocide. Kamala Harris, you can't hide. Kamala Harris, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide. We charge you with genocide. Megan Looper, you can't hide. Megan Looper, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide. We charge you with genocide. Michael Bennett, you can't hide. Michael Bennett, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide. We charge you with genocide. Jason Crow, you can't hide. Jason Crow, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide. We charge you with genocide. Joe Goose, you can't hide. Joe Goose, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide. We charge you with genocide. Hey, take out, we see you. Hey, take out, we see you. There is blood on your hands too. There is blood on your hands too. Hey, take out, we see you. Hey, take out, we see you. There is blood on your hands too. There is blood on your hands too. It is possible to stop sending arms to Israel. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. They act like it's some far-fetched idea to stop sending weapons of death to an unhinged, genocidal apartheid state. Come on! Just this past week, Canada did it! Canada did it! The Canadian Parliament voted to no longer send arms to Israel. It is that simple! Joseph Biden, we see you! Joseph Biden, we see you! There is blood on your hands too! There is blood on your hands too! Joseph Biden, we see you! Joseph Biden, we see you! There is blood on your hands too! There is blood on your hands too! That sounds fucking amazing out there! We're gonna keep this energy rolling. We got a couple more speakers over here. We're gonna have our own little festival, and we're gonna let them go. All right. Next up, we have Nate with the PSL. Give it up for Nate, everybody. Resistance is justified! Resistance is justified! Resistance is justified! Resistance is justified! When Palestine is occupied! When Palestine is occupied! Look at our crowd and look at the faces of our side! Optimism and courage, and look at them, a bunch of frowning scrubs. For 6 months, Denver and the United States and everyone around the world has made a statement, but especially
here in Denver, right here, we've said we are not fooled by the Democrats. We are not fooled. You know, the Republicans, it's easy to see through them because they don't hide anything, right? You got Trump saying we have to finish the problem. He's saying the October 7th uprising happened because the United States went too soft. Jared Kushner, his senior advisor, and his son-in-law, as last week said, Gaza is valuable property. These people obviously don't care. But it's the Democrats that try to deceive us through trickery and language. Trickery and language, that's their tools. But it's really easy to see through that. I think everyone here and many millions more are seeing through the facade. And the thing is, the Democrats, they can try to lie forever, but the true colors will always show. So how do we know that these people are liars? Well, there's been 100 things stated today, but one thing that also tells us their true colors is, well, what was their position on apartheid in America? Our president, I mean, literally our president right now, like in this second, is Joe Biden, an open segregationist. Open Zionist. He openly supported Jim Crow apartheid, and it's interesting, right? How can someone who supported apartheid here in America be our president? Well, trickery and language. Their tactics have not changed. And Joe Biden, when he was a senator for Delaware, he fought against segregation by fighting against legislation that would be able to give the ability for black kids to go to school with white kids. He openly fought against it. He even said he doesn't want his kids to be in a racial jungle. So these people, they're the same people. Their colors haven't changed. They are just being exposed right now because what we're seeing is a genocide, and it's harder for them to hide who they really are. And one thing about them, you might wonder, how did Joe Biden get away with it, right? Well, he covered his language with making the debate about parents' rights, local control, and forced busing. That's how he did it. And that's how they're doing it today, but it's easy. It's easy to see through them. So we gotta say to them, shame! 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 Shame, Colorado Democrats! Shame to all of them! And it's over. We can see right through them. And that's right. And the thing about the Colorado Democratic machine is that they fall in line top to bottom. You can think of the most progressive Democrat, maybe AOC, for example, right? In an NBC interview, they asked her, is the president supporting genocide? How many answers can you think of that question? How many? What? Exactly, 12. Okay, I'm not crazy, good. She did not answer that question. The most progressive. So, we've known this in Denver. That's why we've been here for 6 months. The people's movement is what will make the change. We will make the change. We will fight with Palestine till the end. And, you know, it might seem like a long struggle because it is, but the cracks are showing. And when a crack appears, what does it do? It expands. And that's what we're here to do. Israel is isolated. It's isolated. As Abdullah said, the Canadian Parliament passed a resolution to stop sending arms to Israel. That's one. Even Chuck Schumer, y'all, is even calling out Netanyahu. So take these little things, but they add up. And they're showing that there are cracks in the empire. And it's our job to support the Palestinian resistance until the occupation is over. And it will be
language about Palestine. I'm not here just for some ceasefire protesters. I want liberation, freedom, families. I want people who are ready to smash the chains of the occupation. From Palestine to Sudan to the Congo, we will break every single chain. Resistance is justified. Resistance is justified. When people are occupied. When people are occupied. Resistance is justified. Resistance is justified. When people are occupied. When people are occupied. All right, we're going to keep this rolling. We're going to actually hear from someone who is on the inside today about how pathetic their little party was. So let's hear it up more.
Hello everybody, thank you so much for coming out today. I just wanted to let you guys know about the direct action we took inside today. To start off, I apologize to everybody about my outfit. Ultimately, we both know what the Democrats respond to, so I had to look like I had money. But let me tell you, while we were inside, they tried to shut us up. They laughed at us, they started making jokes. You know what all that is a sign of? It's a sign of weakness. Somebody always said that the cracks are showing. Ultimately, we managed to get multiple people to interrupt their little podcast session and I'll give you guys another bit of good news. Being on the inside and being on the outside, I'll tell you what, we are the majority. There is 2 times as many people out here standing up for what is right than there are in there selling out. The irony of being in there and hearing people talk about, you know, women's rights and women's health care. Not for Palestinian women who are using tents as menstrual products and giving birth without anesthesia. We heard about the worker dignity, we heard about unions, and believe me, I'm super pro-union. But you know whose dignity is repeatedly stripped away? Who's repeatedly dehumanized? Shame on the Democratic Party for recognizing that and not this. I say this to every one of you guys. But for an accident of fate, this could have been any one of us in Palestine, under the bombs, under starvation, under the genocide that they're experiencing right now. You guys want to hear something funny? There was even one guy who talked about how he helped the UC system divest from the apartheid fund. But of course, our BDS movement is outlawed at the state level in Denver. They are scared of us. I'll tell you guys, Martin Luther King, when he stood in march, only 25% of Americans supported him. Cops, the exact same as these people, their wonderful legacy, showed up to oppress and attack Martin Luther King with fire hoses and dogs. Just like how the apartheid movement now is in the dustbin of history, and Martin Luther King has a 97% approval rating amongst all Americans, we are on the right side of history. I know it may seem like an uphill fight, but we cannot afford to give up. Right now, the Democrats are trying to pass a funding bill in Congress to fund Israel with billions more of our dollars. And actually, I found this out today, block funding for an Israel War Crimes Inquiry Committee at the UN and the UNRWA, the only group that's providing relief to the 2.1 million Palestinians who are starving to death. The depressing part, look at the news week on week. more and more children. The depressing part is, if you look at the news, week on week, the number of children and adults dying from starvation is increasing. The situation is getting worse. They're hoping we give up, they're hoping we stop, but we cannot afford to do that. What do we say to that? We will not stop, we will not be silent. We will keep showing up until all of the Palestinian people are free. Until all are free. In Gaza and everywhere else. None are free until all are free. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Keep it going, for Muhammad, everybody! Now, a lot of people will see us and will see us being loud and will see us and think, we're being radical or we're being crazy and we're not having a dialogue. I want to tell you guys about dialogue. I want to tell you guys about my personal dialogue with every single representative and senator that we have talked about today. I have actually sat face to face with virtually every single one of them. I mean, Lauren Boebert didn't really want to hang out for obvious reasons.
I don't want to hang with her either.
Hickenlooper, Bennett, Negus, Ticket, Clow, Carabeo, all of them. I sat with them and I told them how 128 of my relatives have been murdered by Israel in the last 6 months. I told them how my cousins, American citizens, are being tortured in an Israeli dungeon as we speak. I told them about how babies in my family are starving. And they said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so heartbreaking." And what did they do about it? Nothing! Absolutely nothing! People like Brittany Peterson. I almost believed Brittany Peterson. She actually seemed genuinely heartfelt and heartbroken by the things that I said. And then the very next day, voted on a House resolution to condemn the phrase "from the river to the sea." Isn't that insane? Isn't that insane? You are going to condemn a phrase and not the slaughter of babies? These people are utterly and completely devoid of all morals and all humanity. There is no dialogue to be had. That's right. So I will tell you guys right now, just like I told them, I will never sit with them again. Never! I will not waste my time with people who don't care about me and don't care about you. I'm going to spend my time with my people, with all of you over here. Free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! Resistance is justified! Resistance is justified! The people are occupied! The people are occupied! Resistance is justified! Resistance is justified! The people are occupied! The people are occupied! Alright, we're gonna head back in, but on our way back, let's say bye-bye to our friends. TBT, KKK! TBT, KKK! IOF, they're all the same! IOF, they're all the same! TBT, KKK! TBT, KKK! IOF, they're all the same! IOF, they're all the same! TBT, KKK! TBT, KKK! IOF, they're all the same! IOF, they're all the same! When people are occupied, resistance is justified. When people are occupied, free, free Palestine. Long live Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Long live Palestine. And end the occupation. And end the occupation. Justice rising, hear the call. Tear down the apartheid wall. Justice rising, hear the call. Tear down the apartheid wall. Tear down the apartheid walls. Tear down the apartheid walls. Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crime. Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crime. Jason Crow, we see you. There is blood on your hands too. Hickenlooper, we see you. There is blood on your hands too. Uncle Bennett, we see you. There is blood on your hands too. Hickenlooper, we see you. There is blood on your hands too. Hickenlooper, we see you. There is blood on your heads too. There is blood on your heads too. There is blood on your heads too. Mena Maria, Maria. Palestine, Armenia. Hurriya, hurriya. Palestine, hurriya. Free, free Palestine.
See how they block her parking garage?
Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Get out, get out, refugee of Palestine. Get out, get out, refugee of Palestine. Democrats, you can't hide. Democrats, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide. We charge you with genocide. Democrats, you can't hide. Democrats, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide. We charge you with genocide. Remember, you can't spell Democrat without rat. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Up, up a liberation. Up a liberation. Down, down, down occupation. Down, down, down occupation. Up with the people. Up with the people. Down, down with Zionist evil. 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 Justice. No peace. No Zionists. On Denver streets. No justice. No peace. No Zionists. On Denver streets. No justice. No peace. No Zionists. On Denver streets. No justice. No peace. No Zionists. On Denver streets.
Ceasefire! Ceasefire! When I say Zionist, you say no! Zionist! Zionist! When I say ceasefire, you say no! Ceasefire! Ceasefire! When I say Zionist, you say no! Zionist! 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 Look up there. Look at all those people just gawking at us.
up there.
Shame on
Up
you! Shame! Shame!
See him?
Shame! 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 Democrats, we see you!
Democrats, we see you!
There is blood on your heads too!
There is blood on your heads too!
Democrats, we see you!
Thank you.
There is blood on your heads too!
There is blood on your heads too!
We're not gonna sit here and politely let them rally behind a genocidal political party. Are we? Not another nickel, not another dime.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
No more money for Israel's crimes.
No more money for Israel's crimes.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
No more money for Zionist slaughter.
No more money for Zionist slaughter.
Money for homes and education.
Money for homes and education.
Not for bombs and occupation.
Not for bombs and occupation.
Money for homes and education.
Money for homes and education.
Not for bombs and occupation.
Not for bombs and occupation.
Money for homes and not for bombs.
Money for homes and not for bombs.
Money for schools and not for guns.
Money for schools and not for guns.
Money for homes and not for bombs.
Money for homes and not for bombs.
Money for schools and not for guns.
Money for schools and not for guns.
You know, if you're being protected by the same amount of cops that there are people at your event,
Yeah.
you're probably the bad guy. I don't really see things in black and white, but I think if they are really bad. The worst thing you can get. Essentially, pure evil. And look at them. They're gawking at us. They have their phones out. They're gonna send it to their little Democrat buddies. That's right. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, 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 free, free Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
Palestine will live forever!
Yemen, Yemen, make us proud!
Yemen, Yemen, make us proud!
Turn another ship around!
Turn another ship around!
Yemen, Yemen, make us proud!
Yemen, Yemen, make us proud!
Turn another ship around!
Turn another ship around!
Hand off Gaza, hands off Iraq!
Hands off Gaza, hands off Iraq!
Hands off Yemen and don't come back!
Hands off Yemen and don't come back!
Hands off Gaza, hands off Iraq!
Hands off Gaza, hands off Iraq!
Hands off Haiti and don't come back!
Hands off Haiti and don't come back!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Y'all sound great, make some noise.
Y'all were absolutely beautiful out there. Let me hear it for yourselves. We got a couple more speakers and then we're going to send you guys home. Next up we have Natalia from Code Pink. Give it up for Natalia.
Hi everyone, it's my first time, so please forgive me for such a nonsense. We have started the Code Pink chapter in Colorado.
Awesome.
And we're inside today, courageously disrupting, and I had the honor to film all the disruptors. And pathetic, and our disruptors were very courageous. I am appalled by what's happening in Gaza. I'm from Ukraine. My mom is living under the bombs, literally flying over her house every day. So for me, seeing the empire wanting another colony in Gaza is just heartbreaking. So Code Pink is here to stand up for the people of Gaza, the people of West Bank, the people of Ukraine, the people of Haiti, Puerto Rico, and all the colonies that had the horrible bloodshed for the empire that just can never get enough. So please support Code Pink. We're just a baby chapter starting in Colorado. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Keep it going for Natalia! Now I'm sure a lot of you here have been Democrats for a long time. I was a Democrat for a long time, ashamed to say, but many of us have felt very disenfranchised by the Democratic Party, to say the least. And this also includes folks who organize with the Democratic Party. So next up, we're going to hear from a disenfranchised organizer who used to organize for the Democratic Party. Let's give it up for Sandy.
Hi everyone, my name is Sandy Weathers and I refuse to be complicit in genocide. I don't have a title, I'm not with an organization. I am here though because I have a voice, just like all of you, and we're gonna use it. Today, I'm going to use my voice to call out my Congresswoman, Brittany Pedersen, and everything she's done to hinder the progress of the Palestinian fight. Shame. So we're going to start with her donations. She's a freshman Congresswoman. Guess how much money she's taken from the Israeli lobby? Too much! Too much! Over $70,000. One of her votes condemned the phrase "from the river to the sea," SB 894. Shame! She's very loyal, and she's also continuing to demonstrate her loyalty to Israel with her signature on the Blinken letter. You know what the Blinken letter said? The charges against Israel are unfounded and disgusting. Shame! She has recently been meeting with us, and some of you had mentioned this before. She pretends she cares, but all of her canned responses to her constituents say the same thing. We must stand with Israel. Is that okay? No, shame! Shame! One time she did vote against giving Israel money. You know why? Because it didn't give money to Ukraine. Warmonger, shame! Then there's the latest, the TikTok ban. Why do you think she voted to ban TikTok? Censorship! Censorship, you guys got it. Shame! Silence! So instead of organizing for the Democrats now, I organize with all of you. If Brittany is your Congresswoman, write to her today. Let her know that the ceasefire, as many have mentioned, is just the beginning. They need to restore UNRWA funding.
That's right.
She needs to stop taking AIPAC money.
Yeah.
This year alone, she's already taken $15,000. We're in March. She's already taken $15,000. So I was on the inside earlier today. Thank you to all my comrades who spoke up inside. Her husband was one of the guys running that podcast. He acts all innocent in this. He's not. He shames pro-Palestinian protesters on his show. Say, enough. He can't act innocent. He's tied to her. So y'all remember that too when you see him out in public. It's not okay. And I think that's all I've got for you guys.
Keep it going for Sandy, everybody! As many people have mentioned before, you have many more choices than the two parties. As Sandy showed you, you can organize for liberation outside of this fake-ass modality that they present to us. So I encourage each and every one of you, I know I've said this before and I sound like a broken record, I'm gonna say it many, many more times in the future. Join an organization, get organized. We are going to fight for our liberation. Nobody is coming to liberate us. We have to do it ourselves. I promise you guys, joining an organization is so easy. Just go up to any of the nice people with any of these great orgs who've been up here all day and just say, hey, I'm interested, what do I do? And they will help you. It's so easy. And you met them at a Palestine protest, so you already know they're really cool. So I really encourage you guys, please get organized and please stay safe. That's all we got for you today. Free, free Palestine. Get home safe, everyone. We will have a Hassid prayer in the back for anyone who wants to pray. That's going to be starting shortly. But thank you guys for coming. Be safe.
Thank you for joining us. Free Palestine. Love you all.